you worked, in economics for many, many years, and just curious what you see in the world now, where a lot of people are looking at Marxism, embracing or even talking about communism, even in America, and we're seeing the world really being split down the middle of what's China's future, what's America, Europeans' future, and then how that plays out into our social structures and even maybe our regulatory structures as we see. Thoughts on that for someone who understands that probably better than most?
Well, like a lot of people, the period since 1989 has been disappointing for me in the sense that I thought we'd finally scotched that snake. We'd persuaded the world that killing 100 million people in the name of running everything from the centre through a small self-selecting group of tyrants called a General Secretary and his chums is not a good way to run a country. You can say it's done on behalf of the people, but it jolly well wasn't. It was ludicrously corrupt and inefficient and privileged, very unequal. The nomenclatura had a better deal than the rest. So communism didn't work. It was very unpleasant for very many people. It killed a lot of people, and it should be consigned to the dustbin of history. But vast numbers of young people think otherwise. Now, this idea that, yes, it didn't work because it wasn't done properly, but this time we're going to do it properly. Well, we've heard that so often before about so many other ways of doing things, and I don't find it convincing. I take some comfort from the fact that people who go on marches for communism take iPhones with them and drink Starbucks coffee as they do so. And I have one very big piece of sympathy with them, which is that I don't think I'm in favour of capitalism. And I actually never use that word for what I'm in favour of. I'm in favour of markets and commerce. Free commercial markets tear down big capitalist organisations. And what we've got in the West these days, and it's playing into the hands of communists in a way, is we've got crony capitalism in far too many sectors. Big companies with government favours, either subsidies or regulations that help them, barriers to entry so they don't have to worry about competition, so they can pay themselves more, exploiting their consumers because they're not their customer isn't really the consumer, it's the government which gives them the regulations or the subsidies that decide their future. I think more and more of the way we run the commercial side of the world is like that, and that to me is as bad or almost as bad as nationalised central control of the tractor production factories, which is our fate if we go much further in that direction.
I guess the interesting flip side of that is that China was opening markets over the past 50 years, and now it's actually starting to close those markets.
Yeah, no, people misread China. They've been saying about China that surely this shows that communism can produce growth. And I say no. What happened under Deng Xiaoping was a liberalization of the economy, a significant liberalization. Because yes, if you started a new political party, you'd be destroyed. But if you're an entrepreneur starting a new business in Shanghai in the 90s, you're off to the races. You face very few of the bureaucratic obstacles, the regulations, the delays that a Western entrepreneur faces. You don't have to do a Newt survey. You don't have to get permission from this and that. You're just off. You can start your business. So it was actually surprisingly free economically. And it was very decentralized too. Decisions were left to local authorities to decide under the Deng Xiaoping reforms in a way that the Song dynasty did 1,000 years ago. Song dynasty was very decentralized. It was basically a bunch of city-states running themselves through merchants, and that was the time when China was incredibly inventive and innovative and produced new technologies and prosperity and all sorts of things. And then along come the Ming emperors after a Mongol interregnum, and the Ming emperors are the opposite. They say, no, everything's going to be run from the center. Mandarins are going to tell you what you can do, whether you can travel, whether you can start a business, and it destroyed the prosperity. Now, I see Xi Jinping as a Ming emperor. He is trying to control the economy from the center as well as the politics, and it's not going to end well.
It's fascinating how he's just taking it all the way back, and everyone can see him doing it, but I guess he's got the power and control. And
yeah, although there's hints that because of the lockdowns that he has hit some resistance.
Right, some. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.